Hello, learners.
Hello.
Hello. Here we are.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that beautiful title screen. Beautiful title image. Clothes.
This is okay, right?
They're just lines.
Yeah, they're just lines.
I mean, this is gonna make a great thumbnail as well.
I did just kind of like slap this together in front of your eyes, and you didn't stop me. So.
I would never stop you. You just kept zooming in and cropping this image. I was like, yes, make it bigger.
Yes, more. I liked how this came out. I was proud of it.
Yeah.
That's why I decided to use it.
Yeah. The people want to know how you did it. They want to make their own.
Boy, well, hopefully we can figure it out.
Teach us how to fashion.
Yeah, let's give that little bumper to let people filter in, but
welcome.
Spoiler, this one's a little thrown together. It's been a hell of a week, am I right? Fellas. Yeah.
Folks. We're a little distracted.
To everyone on their second coffee today. It's a weird one.
I put a typo in the title of yesterday's video because I was distracted.
And in the tweet.
It was the same word. I didn't want to write on. I wrote
something about on.
On. I was not on yesterday. Yeah. It turns out stuff was distracting my brain. Wow.
A lot of general and personal crisis in
there.
But that's okay because we're gonna draw clothes, which is fun.
Yeah. When in doubt, draw some clothes.
Yeah. But I only had so much time to prep this amidst everything, so I'm doing my best. It'll be fine.
We're having a good time here.
Yeah.
In here, it's all fine. Thank you to everyone who is a supporter at this tier, by the way. We really do appreciate the support. And if you're watching the VOD later, thanks for tuning in. And thank you for watching.
Switch over to Drawclass chat in case... I don't know. I don't have much of a plan today.
That's okay.
I have one page of notes for myself and just miscellaneous things I can reference.
Great. I think that'll be good. And you know, I've got chat open. If y'all have questions, ask them.
Yeah. And y'all are gonna have to help me on this one. It's gonna be one of those days.
It's gonna be one of those. One of clothes.
Yeah, one of clothes.
One of clothes.
Luckily, clothes are just lines, so
yeah.
But yeah. No, we have fun here.
This is gonna be fun. Take a minute to think about clothes.
Yeah.
And beautiful bodies to put those clothes on.
All bodies.
All bodies.
I should have gotten some actual real life fabric, but I also don't own anything that's not just black. Stupid. So whatever.
You can look up a photograph, some reference.
Yeah, I mean, I came prepared a little bit.
Yeah.
I was talking to Spencer last night, and I was just like, I have to teach clothes. And he's like, what about it? And I'm like, I don't know. There's so many layers. But I also never think that hard about what I do. So that's why I get so frazzled with Drawclass, because I never know how to articulate anything. But that's fine. We'll get there together.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I personally am a visual learner, so we'll land somewhere in between the words leaving my mouth and the screen.
Yeah, that's all we can hope.
me alive.
Yeah.
I guess give me the go ahead when we should
I think we could
freaking legs down so I stop kicking my mic.
I think we could go. I think we've vamped for long enough.
Yeah, good vamp.
Good vamp. Good chat.
What did I write? What did I write for myself to read later? Clothing. It's just lines.
Yeah.
So I guess the rundown of today is we'll talk about just saving duplicates. We're gonna talk about just like how to draw fabric, and I guess we can also get into like styling and in terms of character design.
Ooh,
because they kind of like go a little hand in hand. It's gonna be a very freeform one. Hell because I had a lot of ideas and I didn't get to prepare most of it.
We'll do it live.
But yeah, I've been told people like the way that I draw clothes, so I was like, cool, let's go for that for this draw class.
Hell yeah.
And that involves me self-reflecting on how do I do this? It's just lines.
It's literally just lines.
Yeah. So I did my usual thing of trying my best to reference books that I like on how they talk about doing clothes. Unfortunately, I don't have many, but there is a good section in the Force drawing book on clothes in relation to the body. It's a great book.
Love that book.
I don't even own the book. This is my roommate's copy. I should really buy it. But I reference it constantly. So yeah, fabric. Let's talk about fabric. Fabric, it's just a plane. It's nothing. It's straight up just where is any of my stuff? This layer is called just lines. This is all it is. It's just a plane. Fabric. So when you're drawing fabric, it is completely like dependent on what it's being like wrapped around and shit.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good.
Yeah, it's just a flat plane. Sorry, I'm reading my notes.
Yeah.
It reacts to whatever it's draped over as well as gravity. Yeah. So, because it's just this. And then boom, you're like squishing it and shit.
Look at how squishy.
And then when you hang it from stuff, oh baby.
Yeah.
It really is just like, God.
It's just lines.
Anything. It's just lines. Because all you have to do when you're drawing like fabric folds is follow the lines of gravity and like what is pulling at the fabric. So like with this, where it's like that thing, it's going to go across the top. And then, so that's why you got these like lines across the top, but then it just falls down.
It's physics.
It's just physics.
Tension and compression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, there's a lot of like, different materials have different properties.
Yeah.
So like depending on, the weight and the thickness and, the stiffness of the fabric, like, of course, it's going to kind of like behave differently. But for the most part, it's just kind of privy to whatever.
How much
so if you're being, if you're being like held up by this, there's going to be a bit that's just still here. Yeah. Using really weird colors. Don't mind me. But from there, everything just goes straight down. And then since nothing's holding down this part, instead of being just straight across, it's going to start to droop because of gravity, etc. But yeah. Hey, I don't have any like formal like knowledge in any of this. I'm going to be real with y'all. I'm kind of just making it up, but I draw a lot based on vibes, and you know what? Maybe that'll be helpful too. But yeah. And then even with this, say that this is just fabric laying on the floor. It's like, I'm just a little guy. There so Yeah. So to say
Fabulous
this is still
Richard.
laying on the floor.
Fabric is short for Fabulous Richard.
But so say you just like, you squish it in as you tend to do. You're going to make a little tie-dye shirt out of Fabulous Richard. But this straight edge is going to crumple up, but it's still going to make these like dips and stuff because gravity happens, even though it's like
oh, why?
Yeah.
Why
But,
crumple me?
Also, please feel free to interject with questions at any point. It's like I said, this is a real freeform one. And if I'm going to start rambling at any point, so feel free to guide me into what you're interested in.
I've got my
audience.
Eyeballs on the chat. If something's on your mind, I'm here. We're here.
But yeah.
This is your class for you.
It's, if you're ever just like confused, as with most things, do some studies.
Yeah.
Just take do some fabric still lives. They're really nice. Yeah. I don't have any on me, but
and pay attention to the forces that are acting on the fabric and how that affects it, because you'll start to notice it behaves certain ways when treated certain ways.
Yeah.
Pay attention to where the tension is being applied versus,
because to be frank, this doesn't mean anything. I just made that up, but it's one of those things. I'm a big believer in your brain does half of the work.
Yeah.
When you're just kind of not sure. So fabric is just lines. So even though this isn't necessarily accurate, it looks close enough. There's a lot of stylization that comes into drawing clothes, especially if you're drawing it in not a realistic, very realistic sense.
Yeah.
So
fashion,
we'll get there.
Fashion sketches and illustration is a great way to learn just all sorts of art techniques, because it's very vibe heavy.
Yeah. Because
it gets the point across.
Yeah. Because when it comes to clothing, it's, clothing is really just there. We just kind of wear it.
Yeah.
But it, especially in art, it serves a ton of purpose when you're drawing figures. So I guess I'll just stop admiring my beautifully rendered fabrics and do some redlining. I pulled up a bunch of art by J.C. Leyendecker. What's his name? Let me look. Leyendecker. I forget. I should know these things because I love his art, but the way he draws clothing is so beautiful, and it really just So I have a bunch of these that we can redline together. But yeah, because what's next in my little notes?
Such good shapes.
It's such good shapes because when it comes to drawing clothes on figures and stuff, it really it combines a lot with I do love that in my notes I started writing combines a lot of knowledge. And I didn't write of what, but I meant to put of anatomy because which I've taught 2 classes on, because when you clothe a figure, it really defines the form and it gives a lot of evidence as to the figure. So, which I really like in all of these pieces. So let's do some redlining, why don't we? Sure hope there's nothing on this layer. Cool, there isn't. But yeah, we'll do that one later. I love this one. It's just such good fabric folds.
It's just a really good hand.
It's such a good, everything about it is so good. Just make this a little darker. Is that easy enough to see?
Looks good to me.
I feel like this one's so great because like this is such a drapey fabric
Yeah.
that you'd think like the figure would get really lost in it. And maybe like realistically it would kind of, but because of the way like figure or fabric hangs from a figure, like you can very clearly see like, there's shoulder, um, you know, and what I love about this one is that whether or not this is like really what's going on here, it does have this kind of like hip tilt
Yeah.
because of the way the fabric kind of like wraps around right there and like bunches.
Yeah.
So, it's gonna do a little bit of. Is that easy enough to see? I don't even know. We're trying.
It looks good.
Yeah,
We
because
can.
I want to see both. I want to see both. But yeah, and you
Get
can
you a
see
red
like
line that can do
this
both.
is the top plane of where that arm goes because the fabric's kind of just should do like the fabric's kind of just going on top. That looks stupid. Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry if anyone has trouble differentiating red values, but this looks the best. But yeah, because you can kind of indicate because this is where the fabric is laying, like, oh, that's where the arm be. I'm not big on geometric anatomy, but for the sake of simplicity and planes. And then because of this bunching, it really indicates that very, very expressive hip tilt, which I love. So, and then the legs just even kind of like hints at the legs, even though you would like never see that.
Yeah. Love a little hint.
Yeah. So, and then the rest of it, it's just draping so nicely. So, you have your like arm up here and then everything's just going down because gravity.
Because gravity. When in doubt, gravity.
Yeah. When in doubt, gravity. But I also really like because there's this like puckered seam right here. It also creates a lot of extra bunching. I love the way he does fabric.
That's
It's
nice.
so good. Yeah, because that's another thing that indicates where the fabric is like stitched and stuff. So if there's this like weird puckering, like that's gonna make a lot of like weird. The way this fabric bunches is so weird, but it's so expressive, and we love that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So who next? Who else do I like? I love this one. Oops. I'm using my weird little keypad, so if I accidentally just do everything, that's why.
Just do
I'm really
everything.
good at just flipping a lot. But yeah, this one's so fun and drapey. And yet you don't lose the figure at all.
Right.
It'd be good if I zoomed out a little.
She's right in there.
Then we've got, and then even though everything's kind of covered here, you still got this leg. And because of the way shit.
She's dancing.
No.
She's doing a little dance.
Yeah, because of the way we have like this bend here, that's how you know that's where the leg is. Or a leg is there. Yeah. So you still got that body line very clear.
For sure.
And then, because there's another fold here, you can still see. And since she is holding right here, there's our little like pin that's holding it.
Right. Little point of tension.
Yeah, because normally this would be a big old fall. And you would really lose like, the line of her body and this arm and stuff. It still look really cool, honestly. I like this actually.
Yeah.
But you would lose like the back of her body in that. So since she's holding it, you can tell like, oh, that's where her back is.
Yeah.
So good.
She's a slender.
Then, yeah, very. But yeah. And this one's also nice because lower this a bit. It does have like different texture. This is all fluffy and shit. So it does have like a lot more, it's more voluminous.
Right.
Yeah. You can tell. You know, whereas this one it's like not nearly as, this is much thinner. Whereas this one,
that's a thick material.
As well as down here, this one's also incredibly thin. Because, you know, when you get these like little, when you get these like little folds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas with this one, it would just be like,
yeah, the thickness
you
of
can't,
the material determines how many times it can fold.
Yeah.
Or
also,
how
when
big
it does
the
have
folds
these
are.
folds, yeah, they're very, the line quality is really different. It's not nearly as thin, so it looks so beautiful. Anyway, I wanted to do this one because these are different materials. This one's like a little tweed jacket, and this one's a little sweater. Which, you know, despite you know, the thickness of the material, you can still very clearly see the figure. You know, we always joke about like you know, you got to draw the figure naked first and then you cover it up with clothing.
The Julia
But
method.
but that's so important.
Yeah,
and depending on how you like style the clothing, you'll still have all that information. In fact, it'll probably like look even better since that you've done that.
Yeah.
So you can tell here because of the grain of this like knit, this chunky knit, like boom.
Love a chunky knit.
Yeah. Because even though this is really fun because the sweater's a little like loose, so it kind of like folds in, but you can still tell.
Yeah.
He also has that very fun hip tilt. Love a good hip tilt.
Just good posing.
Yeah.
Dynamic.
Yeah. Like, even though he's wearing a really thick sweater, I can basically see everything just because of like how well done the clothing is.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the long necks he gives people.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with a long neck.
You love a long neck. Man, same with this fella. Since
doing a
shoulder
hunch,
do that. Yeah.
Hunched forward slightly. Coming at us. Yeah, this is just good practice.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, find some real nice art and just redline it. Just find the find the anatomy underneath and then try and
hands. We're not freaking doing hands today.
Figure out how the clothes do.
Yeah. Another thing to take note of is the way that because this one especially like is more fitted. Like this is a like tailored suit little guy.
Yeah.
So this is especially good for showing form because if you just follow like where the folds are, it gives you like the exact form of the arm. And so it makes it look like a lot more voluminous than just having it on plain. Because, when in doubt doing any type of foreshortening, just turn everything into little cylinder, little tubey guys.
Yeah.
And these just follow the same lines that those little noodle cylinders would. I use those all the time. Like, so like if you're doing like same sort of thing. Yeah, say you got that. And I want to just put any clothing on it. Clothing will follow the volume of the body. So that could be like the neckline. And then say this is a long sleeve.
I love a nice loose neck.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's a comfy. I'm already feeling comfy looking at this.
I love drawing comfy clothes. I will give anyone like a comfy oversized sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah. So since, there's going to be a change in plane where this arm bend is, like you just put the fold where it changes and along that line.
Yeah. And so there's more material than space for it in that little upper arm zone, and so it bunches.
Yeah.
Because gravity is working on it, but then it's reaching a stopping point, and so it's getting all crumpled. Little crumple zone. That's that the compression. You've got that because it'll tension as it goes over the shoulder, and then the compression.
Because it'll follow the volume lines of the body that it's sitting on.
Yeah.
As like, because these are the same ones. This is where the folds were in the drawing itself, and if you were to put like the little noodly lines to foreshorten this body, it would all be kind of following the same one, I bet.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to pretend I know better than J.C. Leyendecker, but
I know
what I mean.
Yeah. No, it's a good guy. Just like when in doubt.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I'm pretty close.
Yeah. It's like really intuitive once you start thinking in terms of just like divide it up into little tubies.
Yeah.
See what direction stuff's coming at you, and then the clothes are gonna follow that. They're gonna help indicate that.
And then with this fella, since this is like a thicker, looser material, so it's like oversized, you got the arm kind of like, you're gonna have a muscle here, I assume, and then another one here. So when we have the material, it's gonna kind of just fall down naturally, but it's gonna snag in same way like we did over here. But since it's such like a thick, loose material, that's why it does like that big curve, because it can't do like the little tight ones,
right?
Because it's like
too thick.
Yeah, it's not how it works.
It doesn't work that way.
So then it just kind of falls in the same way, just simpler. Oh boy, I did that thing where I'm just on the wrong eraser again. And Clip Studio's like, oh, you better hope it doesn't crash. I've had good luck not crashing.
The eraser that crashes the program.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm on the crashing eraser.
One erases the line, the other erases your whole project.
Yeah. One erases your life. But yeah. And then same shit though. It's still following like those same body lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even with this one, because those lines will be like doot doot. Where would these lines go? I'd say they go like that.
Yeah.
And yeah. So yeah. So that's why it's so good to just like draw a nice figure before piling on its clothing, because then that way you know exactly the volume of the body that you can do all these freaking lines on.
Yeah.
I do like this upper area because it does like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. That's how loose this material is. What else do I have?
Loose and thick.
I did this one because this is like a really thin material.
Thin and tight.
So yeah. So very, very easy to see kind of the overall shape of the body. Watch me fuck it up anyway.
You think I won't?
Sensei. Yeah, because this is very fitted to the body, obviously. There's his freaking tummy. So yeah. Okay. Got it. Nailed it. But so you can see just like it is fit to the body. And you know, what's kind of like still indicating the figure is more of like the shading. There's not really any like line because it's all very like to the plane. But then when it gets down to his thigh, his big old thighs, sir, because there is that shift in plane where, you know, a leg enter pelvis.
Yeah.
The material does bunch up because, you know, if you got big thighs, it doesn't fit the same as to like over your groin area. So it does have like all of the folds there. But you know, it's still just like straight across. In fact, because his muscles are so defined.
Yeah,
what layer am I on?
They really
cool.
follow the
yeah, because it goes like that. And then here's his little booty. Something like this.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it does follow those same lines, and then it just kind of stretches over the rest of it because it's a stretchy material.
Right.
It has these very fine folds because this is a thin material. So yeah. Me looking at them thighs. This one I thought was just like a really nice study.
Yeah.
I just want to appreciate it. The way he does clothes is amazing.
Yeah.
But where was I? Anyway, same shit. You can tell exactly. You know, this all kind of ties back into my anatomy class again. My 2 anatomy classes. One I did in a very similar manner of this one, where I just made it up on the spot. Yeah. So you can find the bean very easily.
Find the bean.
You can see.
It's almost the shoulder identical pose to that one we were just doing, but like you can see. You
know what? Yeah, you're right.
How different it is with the material.
Yeah, Nathan, you're a genius.
I thought that was on purpose. I thought you
No, I don't think.
You're
Nathan,
a genius.
I don't think.
Together we have the brain cell.
TGIF, baby.
I'm just noticing stuff you did.
That's why you're here helping me.
See? Look.
But yay, thank you, Nathan. Yeah, that's a great point. But yeah, because I like this one because it does just like contrast of that's an arrow. You know, it's so crumpled, but it still it follows them arm lines, but it also gives a lot of personality to the fabric,
right,
which is just like
Dude,
can't go wrong with just like some weird crumples, but it still but it bunches up right here because that's where the inside of the arm be.
It looks like a very thin fabric, thin and soft.
Sir, iron your shirt. You look rich. But yeah.
I love those like baggy golf pants that like rich people wore in them times.
But yeah, so all the fabric kind of like bunches up here because that's like, you know, where the fabric will get caught, it's the inner arm. And you know, you can follow a lot of these lines right down there because that's just the way it's structured. Same with the pants. There's this like seam here. I guess since these are golf pants, maybe there's like a weird pucker here, but all of the lines kind of like hang from that instead.
Yeah.
So that's where it's all attached, and then gravity does the rest of the work. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should give this guy golf pants.
Oh yeah. Do it. Draw golf pants on the my new look, onesie swimming suit underneath golf
I'll
pants.
give him a whole outfit. He can have
whole
clothes.
Do it.
Because if we're gonna have like this puckering side, I guess this will be like the side seam since that's already there.
Yeah.
You're seeing this will be the weird pucker. And then this will kind of go down because it's kind of following the line of the leg. Yeah, sure. How you do? It's pretty baggy in the front, so we'll just have it be like. I'm always bad at drawing where the fabric bunches at the groin.
Yeah, because it's just like you don't want it to be too suggestive.
Yeah,
but it does do that. So
yeah, like that's just how it is. I don't make I don't make the anatomy.
I didn't decide this.
Yeah,
this is just it's just physics, folks. Fellas.
Trying not to give too hard into my personal bias. So let's just say got a little room for the butt, and since these pants aren't that fitted, they'll just kind of fall.
Yeah,
they'll just kind of fall like that, and then you know there's your leg lines.
Yeah, and you're just sort of vibing it out here. It's like you know we have the
it's
information.
Just lines, babe.
Right, because it's like there's no one way the folds are always going to be because people don't stand perfectly still.
Yeah.
So you as the artist get to decide, and like the more accurate you do a job with the defining the form underneath, and then the more information you have for making your decisions of where you want to put the folds and stuff.
Yeah, because this will follow the line of this muscle. All you really got to do is know kind of what the surface is of the body. So if someone has a lot of muscle like this, like that's where the fabric's going to kind of cling. So there's going to be a little bunch here because got them big old shoulders.
You want to know the form underneath. You want to know the material of the clothing, and you want to know how much of it there is, how tight or loose fitting it is, and that sort of gives you what you're playing around with.
It has a very long torso.
It's a long torso.
Yeah, so that's following that kind of muscle on the back, but there'll still be more fabric.
It's tucked. I love the way that tucked in, so like it gets sort of wide out there, and then it gets tucked.
And when a shirt is tucked in, that's gonna pucker.
Yeah, a tuck is gonna puck.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're doing great.
I'm just making sounds.
Thank you for having my back.
I'm just here.
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying watching this happen and making
since he's got big
noises.
arms, there's gonna be like that'll be another little puck.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll just go. He's really. Sorry, I'm trying not to hit my drink. He's got his arms way up.
Yeah.
So there'll be a lot of pull in the shirt, you know. That'll go.
Right.
There won't be that much give in the shirt because of just like there will be a little give in the back because he's got a small waist, but like
yeah, in the
I feel
front.
like across the front it's gonna be pretty flush.
Yeah, and also there's just based on the way that he's standing, there's just more distance to cover, so it's going to be pulled tighter over a longer distance, and then in the back
actually this is
it's a little bit shorter, so it's going to bunch more.
Because I feel like he has really big biceps, and then the rest of his arm is where it'll be a little loose.
Again, tension and compression. Every zone
like
of where it's being pulled tight is gonna eventually come to a point where it bunches.
But because of gravity, it's gonna kind of do that.
Yeah.
There. Now he's ready for work.
Yeah.
At his office job.
He's done swimming and he's going back to the office.
Good for him.
Hey, Larry, what'd you do at lunch? Oh, I went for a swim.
But yeah, these are all of my thoughts and guys. I didn't even touch this one. I just picked this one because I enjoy it.
We got some fabric with armor. Football armor and pilgrim armor.
Lighten, or what was I doing? This one I just like. It just looks fun, but you can tell, despite everything,
That's where the hand to go. That's the arm.
Yeah.
That's the body.
Ooh. And because of the way that he rendered the fabric, you can tell that he's doing the little steppy.
Oh yeah.
There's even movement.
He's doing steppy.
He's doing a little bit of a steppy.
He's looking over there, but he's doing a steppy towards us.
Yeah. Because that's that back fold. That's where the pants are ending in the back, whereas in the front, it's kind of like this. So you can tell the legs have those different volumes. Yeah. So that little movement doesn't get lost in the fabric, even though there's so much of it. And also, this is just falling.
People in chat are referencing our most recent episode at the time of streaming.
In what way?
We got a lot of useful men here.
We love a useful man.
All these men, Leyendeker's a useful.
I should know these things.
Useful man for teaching us with his art, and all these men that he drew are useful for teaching us.
Yeah.
We're learning.
Yeah, and then we just have like that drapey fabric for the cape. It's just going straight down because gravity.
Yep.
But it is still doing fun puckers, like right here, because that's where like the wrist is, and there's like this weight from this book.
Yeah. And that little...
Every time I want to draw an arrow, I just go,
yeah.
Thanks, brain.
That's an arrow. Well, yeah, and it's interesting because like with something so long and flowy like a cape, like you can really trace the sort of the shape it's making at the bottom to where it's being held up at the top.
Yeah.
So like you have this fun sort of form that happens because of like where it's catching his shoulder, where his hand is holding it up there, and it's like,
yeah,
you follow it down and it's like, oh yeah, that's where
I do have a cape just like over there.
That's where these
I have the
forms.
Akatsuki cape. We can do some.
Oh, hell yeah.
You want me to get it?
I want you to do whatever you want. And
I don't know.
if
I'm
what you
making this
want
up, Nathan. I'm
includes
panicking.
You're doing great. This is
Yeah.
awesome. It's
But
just
yeah.
it's just fun to watch like a good artist study another good artist, you know?
Yeah. I recommend taking a look-see, especially when it comes to like stylizing clothes to have like so much character. Like Leyendecker does such beautiful work.
Because you could take,
That's
you know,
me.
he's giving you a lot of information, but like if you wanted
Yeah.
to do a more simplified style, you could take
Yeah.
his study and then like decide which lines to indicate and which ones to ignore and like make a different style.
Yeah.
But you know,
Because
it's up
like
to you as the artist.
This is beautiful.
Yeah.
But it is, you know, it could very easily be pared down to like,
because again,
that's the shoulder.
You're already paring it down from like
Yeah.
render to just line work. Like he's doing a lot of stuff with shading.
Yeah.
But like, you know, you can simplify it to line
the more
work.
things that you know and that you've done like further study into, the more you can take that and make it simpler for yourself.
Okay,
You know.
here we have a specific question.
Please.
From It's Spooky Kabuki. Here's the clothing struggle I have. A character reference with elbow-length sleeves with arms down, drawing them with their arms above their head. I can't get the folds to make sense.
Elbow-length sleeve?
Elbow-length sleeves with their arms down. What's going to happen when they put their arms above their head?
Well, okay. Let's
The sleeves are going to get shorter. I can tell you that much.
So let's do
because gravity going to be pulling them back down.
Yeah, let's just do a real quick little fella.
Yeah,
little guy.
Let's figure it out.
Yeah, together.
Because it'll also depend on like the thickness of the material.
Yeah, it depends on a lot of things. This is a very general, like here. Hey,
for
look,
example,
it's Karina's everyman.
This is a for example.
Yeah. Beep, beep. Meow. Okay.
There he is.
Yeah. I probably should have done this in a different color.
Wow. And just like that, it is. You say it and you make it so.
Yeah, I'm a genius. Okay, so here's your little fella.
Yeah.
And you know, elbow length sleeves. So let's just say it's like that.
Yeah.
Let's actually put in a little thing. So, you know, let's do some folds. Not gonna go too titty monster with this, but I am me, so I shouldn't have drawn this on the same layer. It's a Friday.
It's a Friday.
It's been a Friday. It's been a hell of a week.
After this week, I think we're allowed. It's okay.
Okay.
You're doing great.
Thank you. I prepared this class as quickly and comprehensively as I could.
Look,
I love you, patrons.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best.
This is good. This is already really, like,
yeah.
I think it's,
he's your fella.
I think it's very demystifying to just like see the process from start to finish. Like do these studies.
I always get worried that I like do not prepare enough, but Nathan then reassured me that it's just kind of helpful to see it fully in action. So I'm gonna hold that in my heart.
It really, like, I'm getting inspired to draw some clothes now. Okay,
so hands overhead. So like nah. Let's not stop screen sharing. Thanks, Zoom. Okay, I'll draw it smaller just for you, Zoom.
Y'all want to see my desktop?
Yeah, I want to see.
That'd be a fun prank.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, everyone sees all my icons. My poorly organized desktop.
Yeah, God forbid you see any of the files on my desktop like dot clip and pinge and forefather.mp3. Okay, so drawing like hands up is already kind of a difficult thing, I notice, for because again, you have to kind of marry your ability to draw clothes to your knowledge of anatomy.
Right.
So again, and this is the Karina everyman. So
everything's
a
getting
mistake
kinda...
I see a lot is that people like don't know how to condense the body when arms go up. Yeah, because like your chest goes up, so your pectorals will like kind of stretch upwards.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, a lot of people will keep it kind of like that shape, but really, so, you know, and I'm sorry, like I'm not a pervert, I swear. This is all just like anatomy stuff. So say like those are the nipples, like those are going to be like up here. roughly
Yeah, the face,
like they like it moves, it squishes.
The face that happens on your chest gets excited when you raise your arms.
He's going, yay. And then so like your shoulders go up, like I can't fully touch my shoulders because I'm wearing headphones, but you know, they go up.
They go up.
Like, ow.
This whole zone, it goes
just
up and
stab myself in the freaking face.
No.
Anyway.
No.
No. But yeah, so this all kind of like condenses. And so that's your step one.
Yeah.
So then when you do like the fabric, again, it follows the line of the body. It would probably help if I also kind of indicated like there. Yeah. Meow. He's so happy. He's going meow.
His team just scored a big point. At the big game.
That's not the color I wanted.
That's a little prank color.
Yeah, so like, you know, because everything kind of moves up, like that collar is gonna move up. We're doing 1-to-1, so this line's gonna kind of like condense a bit, and then you know, so you know, when you have a shirt, it does have like the seam. Well, I wear really baggy clothes, so the seam's like all the way in my freaking armpit. Yeah, but good. Like it has the seam kind of like where your shoulder, like where the shoulder is. So that's always a good like reference point.
Sort of bisects the shoulder.
So it's always good to know where that like shoulder seam is. So let's just say it's there. Yeah. And yeah, so then it kind of like there's gonna be a little scrumping right there.
Oh yeah, it scrumps in for sure, and then it's gonna be real tight along the outside.
Yeah, and because gravity, it's gonna like, well, actually, that's a bad scrump because the volume of the shirt's gonna be kind of like that. So
I guess it, you know, depends how loose fitting it is also.
Yeah, it depends how loose it is for starters.
Because if it's real tight on him and he's got the muscles, it'll just stay.
Yeah, so let's make one side really baggy.
Oh, that's a fun look.
And the other like tight as shit.
Yeah. This is a cool shirt.
Yeah, dude, where'd you get this shirt? It's whack.
I want the half baggy, half tight shirt.
Okay. So this will be the baggy side, because the baggy side, you can see it on me because I wear baggy shirts. Like it's all fucked up.
His gravity's happening.
Yeah. So even when I don't have it rolled up, it's just kind of like fitting, or you know, not fitting. It's falling. So it'll.
This man is a fashion genius. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
They figured it out.
Indecisive king. But yeah, so it'll follow those same sort of lines.
Yeah.
And you know, because it's falling, say this is where the actual whatchamacallit is, the end of the sleeve. But because gravity, it's going to go down to just be sitting there.
Yep.
And then on the tight side, what was I doing? Well, I erased it. Also, because scrunchin.
Oh, it's getting scrunched for sure.
Just look. I can just look at myself.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, because it'll
getting
just
some scrunches.
Yeah, it's baggy, and then it'll be kind of like. Sorry, I started drawing the other side and then just immediately came back to this one.
That's hard.
And yeah. And because arm pull up and it's pulling all the fabric up with it, like, the bottom of the shirt will rise, which is, why you see people's tummies when they go, woo.
Yeah.
And then for this, because it's so tight, it's gonna go, it's not gonna fall like this one. It's still gonna be pretty like tight across from it.
Being held up by the muscles.
Yeah. And then because it's not nearly, I'm just like, I'm not wearing anything that can reference. Everything I'm wearing is comfortable. But yeah.
Yeah, I can't help you there. So. I don't own any tight fitting. No, I have one turtleneck I got as like a as a costume. I was playing. What was it? It was my friend's show. I was playing Liechtenstein, and he wore a lot of tight turtlenecks.
Okay.
Part of that whole Andy Warhol crew. And so I got that it was a women's black turtleneck. It fit
I want to start wearing more turtlenecks.
It was Emily's. Yes, I was panicking. I was like, where do I get a black turtleneck? And Emily was like, go to any store and look in the women's section, and you'll find one. And I did.
You just go to Uniqlo.
And I got a lot of compliments.
Nice.
That night.
But yeah, so because it's a tighter fitting shirt, that shoulder seam will go, like, it'll kind of stay in place with the arm.
Yeah.
So it, instead of kind of like drooping like this one,
everything's less droopy.
It's yeah.
On the
so if it fits, then it's gonna go up with the arm. Whereas if it's loose, it's kind of gonna droop down with gravity. In fact,
if it's
the loose side, probably
less tummy,
not nearly as tummy. Yeah, whereas this side's gonna have
it's
tummy.
Being pulled up way more. Yeah,
because everything. Yeah, because this one's gonna be a bit more like that, whereas this one's just. It's just going. It's got places to be. Was that helpful?
It was helpful to me.
How about spooky kabuki?
The shoulder seam is something I don't think I've really considered. Yeah, consider it.
It's one of those things where you really take it for granted, and then once you think about it, because you got a shirt. What the fuck does a shirt look
like that? Perfect.
Yeah, so you got your little shirt, and that can but then once you realize there's that seam there, it just like boom. So that when you have just like there he is.
There he is again.
It's me.
Love him.
Yeah.
I love this
Who
guy.
are you? Got a very long neck.
Yeah.
Put that away, please. Yeah. So then when you got your little cat boy, and you're just like, what the heck? Boom.
There it is.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Kabuki says it's very helpful.
Yeah. Yay.
Hell yeah. As I thought it would be.
It is just a very helpful thing to kind of like think about how clothing is, formed.
Right.
Like I wouldn't go as far as to say I know that much about fashion or even like practical things like sewing and stuff. Like I only
Mhm.
know so much about like clothing pattern and stuff. But you know, even just like in your own clothes that you wear, like where do the seams fall? Because those can be really good guides in your drawings of like, you know, because like for this hoodie, you know, hey, get out of here, little cat boy. Let's
Oh,
do another.
there he goes.
Yeah. Actually, let's do a bit more like meow.
He's doing a little
Yeah, he's
look
kind of,
forward, a little lean
yeah.
forward. Yeah.
Stays like this. Boom, Mrs. Cat Boy.
There he is.
Yeah. He's like, oh, well, what's this?
I'm just so excited to see all the different scenarios this cat boy ends up in by the
He's
end of
getting
the
up
stream.
to no good.
Yeah.
So like say I want to put him in Hoodie. I love putting just any character in a hoodie. They're so easy.
Yep.
You just do like got a little bit of a dipped neck. You just scrunch up the freaking thing. That looks awful, actually. Remember that it still needs to make a little sense.
Yeah.
Since the hood is like kind of thick, you know, it's gonna have like bigger folds to it, but and then it's gonna kind of like sit on top of itself, like so. This is a questionable one, but better than the first one. Yeah. So yeah, that. And then there is a seam actually that well is meant to sit along the top of your shoulders.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing to have because then you can do that. And then there's the little arm seam. So then you just kind of do the backside based on that.
Yeah.
And then, you know, mind you, it's falling down. It's following the volume. We'll have them rolled up the sleeves like what I do for the sake of scrunching. Because here's your arm volume. So here's your
scrunches.
Your little scrunches.
Yeah.
You done your scrunches today?
Everyone make sure to do your scrunches.
Man, and same on this side. You know, there'll be a seam right there. And then that'll be your little arm seam. So then it'll just be kind of, you know, like so. There'll be a little bit of coming out of that. And then, actually, always good to know your volume lines. We love a good volume.
And they've got their sleeves rolled up slightly, which is what's causing
sleeves rolled up, ready to go.
Causing that bunching.
Yeah,
again,
like me.
You've got more fabric than space.
Catching the light a little. Look at this shit.
So it's got
the plight of the XL hoodie. So comfortable. But my arms are so undefined. And then because you have like a little pocket at the front of a hoodie, it's going to kind of bunch around that, but still follow your little lines. It's always a bit of fall down from the armpit since that's kind of like where things are stitched. So I just like to add kind of like lines falling down from there.
Yeah.
And because of gravity, you know, it's supposed to be like that, but it'll be kind of like and a little bunch in there. There he is.
Perfect. Now he's ready for a crisp autumn day.
Yeah.
A brisk stroll. He's perfect.
He's just a little guy.
He's just our guy. He's a perfect guy.
There he goes.
Karina, you'll appreciate this, that I for drawing like hoods up over the head, I I remember like seeing the way they did it in Yu-Gi-Oh, like when they wore those like big cloaks, and that like helped me figure out how to do those.
I mean, same old, because a hood is really just fabric, typically thicker, but so you got, and then it just falls.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so many like stylistic things I picked up from Yu-Gi-Oh that I can't even like discern anymore. Sometimes did I learn this from Yu-Gi-Oh? Maybe.
I just remember like having trouble drawing hoods and then seeing the way they did it on Yu-Gi-Oh and being like, oh,
Yu-Gi-Oh's good. Yeah. Unless it's like,
oh yeah, you can have a real tight one.
But yeah. So yeah, there was some practical examples.
Yeah. And
if there's any more questions, throw them at me. But I do have a second thing that we can redline.
oh, nice. Yeah, Emily just heated up some leftovers, and my apartment smells really good.
Damn. Because as per usual, I have my silly little books. Because I realized I saved all of that Land Decker art, and then I was like, I should get some actual like photographs. That's because this is real. This is me. This is exactly where you learn how to draw from life. And so I realized that I did like a lot of the pose books I own that have clothed models, especially in like relaxed positions, are at Jacob's house. So I found really good scans of one of the action poses. Because where's that one book?
Jacob at it again.
Taking ruining my fucking books. Life. I have this one, which has both it has these models doing like action scenes, and they do them both clothed and just in their underwear, so you can just see like the body itself, which is really cool. So this series, all of them are like that, where they'll have like both clothed and unclothed of the same action sequences, which is like a really neat thing to see. But so here's a bunch of the clothed ones of just, I thought, some very fun, wacky poses. But even in life, even realistically, you can still see all the same shit at play. Because like I said, clothing is just kind of there. We just kind of have it on, and it does just kind of like fit to the body. And I love these action poses, because it does show that like how easy it is to like stylize, so that even if you're like have a guy in a freaking business suit, like you can still show really like a lot of dynamic energy bullshit. So because like look at this shit. Okay, so we're gonna do a little redlining, just a little bit, because always good to know. Am I on a layer? Yeah, sure. So because he got his foot right up here.
Yeah, there he is.
But because of the way the clothing is, you can kind of tell where the foreshortening go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
like that.
Then this is the back leg. And like so. And
it smells so good.
Stop flexing. So yeah, so you can still break it down very easily. And then, I probably should just do this on this layer. What was I doing? Where are my volume lines?
Yeah, draw those tubies. There it is.
Such an important thing to do when you have like, especially if you're doing like foreshortening, like to know the volume of whatever it is you're doing.
If you're like me, just give everybody those sort of like wraps on their forearms and legs.
It's a good thing to have.
Make everybody into a ninja assassin.
Yeah. So it's kind of hard to see where the pants fall on him because his shoe kind of like covers, but it does kind of like, because his ankle is turned really hard to kick me in the freaking face.
Yeah.
But it's roughly like that. And then because these are like really tailored pants, like it does have like a big pull of like, woo. But it still wraps around the form.
Yeah.
So everything's kind of going, whoop. Bigger pen. But yeah, it's all just wrapping. And then on this leg, since it's not like stretching like crazy, like it is just kind of like falling. His pants aren't that tight, so they're just kind of both following the line of the body, but also just kind of following gravity and doing whatever the fuck. So, because, you know, there will be stretching up here, but otherwise everything's just going down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And same with up here. Everything's just kind of folding where the body fold. Oh, yeah. Who else? Who else is there? Well, this is a fun one. I love these poses.
Yeah, he's gonna do a kick flip. Kick
yeah,
off the
fucking
wall.
radical, dude. Yeah, same old shit. There's the leg, right up there.
Such
That's
good poses.
the butt.
Oh, perfect butt.
It's actually a pretty intense angle.
Yeah.
Here's your shoulder
Very
line.
foreshortened on the torso.
Yeah.
A short torse.
Fortorsened. Yeah, there's a bit of turn to that. And then, yeah. As long as you got your little, like, your weird little tubey lines, like, you can figure out anything. You can wrap anyone in any clothes. Yeah, because that's like that. And then it's like that. There's something. Where does this go? I'm gonna use the foot because that's like the shape of the foot here. So we're gonna use that to kind of decide what the hell is the lines of this fella.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know.
This is a tricky one. I think you did it.
Yeah. But yeah, so same thing. Let's boom, boom. Yeah. You can see
that pant leg kind of flared out there. Yeah.
Same with this one. There's a bit of bunch in there. And his shirt be wrapping around that bit. And for this one, like in lieu of that seam, there's just the cutoff. No seam.
No seam,
yeah,
no sleeve.
Yeah. Like you can see it on the jacket. Like there's your seam.
Jackets have great defined.
Yeah. Jackets,
seams.
Pants, wonderful to like put in seams. Do I have any good pants seams? I mean, this one has this very pressed fold. So, because that's what around like the back of it. So it does indicate a lot of like the volume of stuff. I wish I had better seams. This one's fun. These guys are just going.
They're just going and kicking.
Yeah.
Kick bros over here.
This is just a very pressed fold rather than a seam, but it does indicate like a lot You can't really even see it on this side. You can barely see it.
He doesn't even have any pockets on his butt. I guess they must be higher up.
So that's a good way to indicate the volume, though. If that's like that. Man, that one's especially nice because there is a fold right there. And that's exactly where the leg is.
Wow.
So very easy to indicate all this. I do like that he's just like, boom. But yeah. And then on the bottom here, since it is like not fitted, it does just go whoop. There is a bit of give. Just because.
Just because.
God, what am I even looking at, sir? Ooh, I love these folds.
Oh yeah, those are very
like
intense.
Fighter's ass. Can see it so clearly. Okay.
Got a real case of fighter's ass over there.
Yeah. So there's the butt.
There's the pocket.
I
see it.
There we go. The fingernails of the ass. That way, that's where, it's sitting.
Now we know.
Yeah.
Thank you, pocket.
I'm just saying, they have muscular butts, so the pants fit to them, and you can tell. And then where the butt drops off are where you get these freaking folds.
Yeah.
I'm not a pervert. I'm just good.
You just know what you're doing.
You gotta know these things, dude.
Yeah.
Stop booing me. I can't help that I'm smart. But yeah. And same old, because, there's your leg. Your leg trick. Remember the leg trick?
Oh, I remember the leg trick.
Leg trick important.
But wait, you did it opposite though.
Well, yeah, I guess. There. Are you happy?
I'm just saying it was fine. I was just noticing that you did it opposite the way that you taught it.
Yeah. I mean, this is the way it should be. Yeah. So thanks, Nathan. You got me again. He's just doing a big spin, but it's roughly this. And then, since that's kind of the volume of the leg, that's what the fabric's going to wrap around.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Look at it go.
Yeah. Because he's not wearing like really fitted pants, so it's just kind of there.
You need to wear baggier pants for ultimate spin kicks. Pants too tight, you're not going to get enough.
If I can't get confused looking at your pants, then they're too tight.
Not going to get enough torque on that spin kick.
This is such a good turn too, because here is
the jacket's really doing.
Here is back. You can kind of see because it has like that back seam.
Yeah.
Always look for the seams, my children. So he's got like his back seam. So that'll be roughly the center of the back, more or less. Ugh. So because of that, let's just say it's like this. This is very loose. It's hypothetical back. But yeah, because he's got a bit of a tilt. Yeah. So then that's what that is. And then everything's just wrapping. He's going. I love that.
Yeah. Such a good shape.
Yeah. This is a very messy little red line, but even with just that much information.
Yeah, you get the whole idea of it.
Yeah. You see what's happening.
Someone's getting their ass kicked by this man.
Yeah, someone's dying. And it's him, Mr. Kickflip over here. Whoa. Oh, this is a very fun one. Sorry, like I said, I really threw this together, so I didn't even stop and really think that hard about these poses. But this leg is super foreshortened, but it's wrapping exactly where you think it would.
Yeah. Got another.
Yeah, because this is the front of the leg. Yes?
Got another question for you.
Please.
How do tears in clothing affect the folding, like a ripped knee or hole in the shirt sort of thing?
Let me gather my brain cell for that one.
Okay.
It's sort of the same deal. It depends on how loose the clothes are. I think it's so funny. We did our advertisement for Piss Boy, and Jacob is wearing just the most ripped jeans.
Yeah.
It really does look like he's wearing shorts because of how ripped they are. But I think like that's a great like aesthetically, that's a great example because like the jeans aren't like flush to the skin. They're like kind of loose, so they're just kind of hanging open. You know, it's like you know, here's let me. Oh, Donovan. Okay. Yeah, I keep my little naked bear man at my desk. I'm not like other girls.
No one could ever accuse you of being such.
Yeah, just try.
Yeah. She's not. She's freaking different.
Yeah. But yeah, because it was
thick
like
leg. Yeah.
Yeah, because Jacob's pants, these are Jacob's pants.
This
you know, they'd
Jacob's
fall
pants.
like this. So here's where they ripped. But because they're so loose, they just kind of, because gravity is going to pull it down.
So
yeah,
big.
it's just so big.
It's a gigantic hole.
Yeah. So all of that, you know, extra fabric's going to just bunch down here.
Yeah. Right, because there's not, it doesn't, everything below that hole like doesn't have a direct line to
yeah, it's anything. Just kind of hanging there.
Yeah, it's really just hanging out.
Yeah. Whereas let's just say I'm just drawing on top of anything. I don't care. You can see. Oh, Catch Boy.
Was Catboy coming back?
Yeah, let's bring Catboy back.
Yay!
Let's put him in some tattered clothing, please.
Yeah.
He's just like, no, my clothes got ripped. I'm just a little cat boy. Not my clothes. Mother will be furious.
She sewed me these clothes just this week. And they've already tattered and ripped. Oh, she'll be ever so cross. I can't help it. I keep getting into scrapes and kerfuffles.
I'm just a little cat boy.
Just a little cat boy. Trouble follows me wherever I go. Mother, please understand.
I love this character.
It's really good.
Okay, I'm just He's just a little guy.
It's perfect. You want to draw anatomy, but not hands.
Yeah.
Do a cat
yes,
boy.
Anatomy. No hands.
He's just got little paws.
He's just got little paws.
Oh, he's getting kicked.
Oh no! Ouch!
He's really big.
Yeah, he's a little too big. That's why they're kicking him. Get smaller.
His knees are about to be shattered. Dang.
Let's lighten you up. You need to be shorter. So let's say tears. What kind of tear? Let's do one just right across the booba.
Yes.
Okay. So this will be a loose one. So let's have him like, there's our little seam. Mother, no.
Men in suits keep kicking me, Mother. I'm sorry.
They said I need to be shorter, Mother.
I don't know how to do that. I've already
I can't
grown.
help it.
I drink all my milk. I grow so big and strong, but then my clothes get ripped because the men in suits keep kicking me.
Oh, Mother, whatever shall I do?
Mother, please make me some new clothes without holes.
So I may go back outside and hopefully not run into those awful men again.
Those terrible men.
Yeah, the men ripped right over his booba. So that's our base. Let's yeah, so since this is like loose, because this is kind of like a tight rip, like if this shirt was really tight, this is just what the rip would be. It would just be like yeah, if you want to do like a good rip, have like those little beads of fat, or like the little like fibers just stretched over, like, oh my god, he's so big. So but that's not what we're going for. Since this is loose, it's as with Jacob's pants, it's gonna kind of like, drape
a little.
Yeah, it's gonna drape where gravity does its thing. So instead of it being like that, it's gonna go down. It's gonna fall. Do like so. And same with the bottom, because it's gonna kind of, maybe even like pucker a bit, like its chest is smiling. Yeah. Have little bits kind of like, no, how embarrassing.
Yeah. This is a look.
Yeah, low key. But yeah, and there'll be a little bit of puckering because of the rip. But otherwise, yeah. It'll be a little like that.
It'll be like that. Yeah, you gotta consider the form. The answer to all these questions is like, think about the form that the clothes are on, and think about the material and weight and tightness.
Okay. Yeah, and if it's like a tight rip, I'm gonna teach you a little something I watched from, or I learned from watching Gurren Lagann.
Oh, nice.
Thigh highs. So if you want like, love a good rip thigh high. Maybe I am a pervert. What layer am I on?
You just have good taste.
Thank you. Okay, it's all the same layer because I'm stupid. If it's like really tight to the skin, you're gonna want to have the skin pucker out a little.
Yeah.
That's the good shit.
Because the fabric is holding the skin in.
Yeah.
And when it's not there, the skin's like, we're free.
Yeah. Because skin's kind of squishy, I think.
It does a bit of a squish.
Yeah, so when you have
even if you're really strong and toned, it still does a little bit of a squish.
And then you can always make it even more accentuated by putting those little like fibers just stretched.
Yeah.
Stretch flush. Yeah. But yeah. Did that help?
It helped me.
Nathan.
Yeah.
Gosh, I didn't realize how long I've been just babbling for. That's good.
You're doing great.
Wow. Wow.
This is
These are just
awesome.
so many fellas, so many good fellas. What else do I have like prepared? I did Nathan saw me working on these. I did prepare just like some models to clothe, but I didn't finish.
You didn't give them the cat
because I had to
ears.
eat 4 chicken tenders.
Hell yeah.
But because I can do that, but I can also do that last minute. What else did I have written down? Or I was gonna write down a bit, or not write down a bit, talk a bit about styling characters.
Ooh.
I drew a very self-indulgent, stupid thing to talk about like character design. What did my notes say? I wrote down IRL fashion is just character design, LOL.
Yeah,
it is.
It is. That's just
true. You like to wear certain clothes. You like to look a certain way. We're not going to knock over my coffee for the 4th time today. So it's the same shit. That's why fashion is so fun. But yeah. So details in how you dress your characters give different impressions of their personalities and even more. So like the colors, materials, layers, and the weight of their clothes, as well as the cuts and length.
Right.
It informs the viewer about their interests, where they're from, where they live, personality, and even cultural and economic backgrounds.
Wow.
Here's what I drew. I have very strict rules about how Nando and Schmidt dress. So you can tell they like give a really different impression when you like change their styles up, because it like doesn't suit.
Yeah.
It doesn't suit.
Wow.
But
it's like,
so
I don't know, Schmidt wearing Nando's clothes like almost works, and then Nando wearing Schmidt's clothes, it's like that's a fully different guy.
Yeah, who are you? Who is this man? But yeah, because there's very specific like cuts that I dress each of them in, and colors and other theming. So that's always just a very fun thing. But yeah, it's very much how you say, it's important. It's important to the character.
Yeah, it's something to think about when designing characters. We got a question about drawing a pleated skirt on a seated character.
A pleated skirt on a seated character. Wow, something I also struggle with.
Yeah, that's just hard.
Yeah, that's a hard one. Why are you doing
mode.
that? Okay, first challenge is drawing a seated character.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing like really rudimentary here.
We're going back to pose school for this.
Yeah, god damn it. This is a femme character because fuck it. We're being boring today, I guess. I don't have a brain today. It is what it is.
She's allowed to be. Femme characters can exist and wear skirts and be seated.
Yeah, okay. We're not doing arms.
No.
Wait. Make a vector layer.
Is it the cat again? He has a sister.
Yeah.
She never rips her clothes.
Yeah,
can't you be more like your sister?
She's perfect. I should probably actually change this color. Perfect. Okay. Pleated skirts confuse me, but
yep.
Maybe they shouldn't, because God, it's been so long since I've looked directly at or worn a pleated skirt. Last time I did, I got carded hard at Dwayne Reed trying to buy beer. But they thought I was way too young and had a fake ID, which I thought was really flattering. Yeah. So I'll take it.
Well, thank you, young man. Making me feel young again.
Okay, we're just gonna be annoying.
This
Zip
is
down the side.
Yeah.
So that'll kind of act like a seam for us.
This is reminding me of a render I have to do for an episode.
I'm not going to think too hard about it right now. Because first things first, we're gonna get the basic shape of the skirt down. So it's gonna pull a little down there. You know, it's gonna
worry about the pleats last.
The pleats are a bit secondary. God, what happens when you wear a skirt? Skirts are so fucking annoying to wear. A cold ass. Something like this.
It's kind of like that, yeah.
That's why I wonder why I stopped wearing them. This is also a very short skirt. Me waiting to get arrested at the Duane Reade because they thought my idea was fake. That didn't happen.
Imagine a world.
They were really nice. I was just standing there for a good 5 minutes. Because, you know, if it's up here at the waist, then there's a bit of tummy, you know, that's going to be covered. So, you know, it's going to follow that because pleated skirts, the pleats don't, well, I guess the pleats can start. It doesn't matter. Okay, so there's like your basic shape, I guess. And so we're going to do the pleats from the top. Okay, you can there. Sure. So they're gonna follow. I mean, always remember one thing. It's that fabric is just lines. It's just one plane. So if you have like patterning or like you know, seams, whatever, it's gonna follow that same plane. So since we have like the place where it's gonna sit on the stomach, like that's our line, and then maybe it kind of like boop, boop, boop.
Yeah.
I just make this shit
just
up.
Make it up, but follow, you know, follow the guides of the folds you've already drawn and just you know, be consistent with
so then maybe, and it's just following that volume of the body.
Getting the basic form in first is important.
It's gonna follow everything that's already there.
Yeah. This is working.
Yeah.
It's doing.
It's doing?
It's doing.
It's doing. But yeah. So same down here. Okay. I don't this little part right here is kind of confusing. I don't know how to do this part, but you know. Kind of like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like the big thing is to, it's like you've got way more to work with if you start by roughing in the whole shape and then going in and doing the pleats.
Yeah.
Because then you know, you just sort of are following the guide you've already given yourself.
So like this is as good as I can do, but I also just make everything up. That's my secret.
Get the pose in, and you know, there are multiple ways to draw like a person sitting. This is one. Yeah, like get the pose in first, get the basic shape of the skirt and how it is on that person, and then the pleats just sort of follow the
like maybe I went a little too exaggerated with this bunching. Like maybe it wouldn't have that much, but
and then you can make adjustments.
Yeah, because like say on your little anime cat girl. Like it's like that. So you know, it would fit tighter up here, so that'll just kind of like you know that'll where the pleats start and they're not kind of like going too crazy, and then there'll be like folding, and then at the bottom is where it kind of flares back out. I don't know. Yeah,
like
just look at pleated skirts. Always difficult. But yeah. What else can I talk about? Do I have?
Was there more? I kind of interrupted your talking about
Not really
character design stuff. Okay. I wasn't sure.
I didn't have too many thoughts. If we wanted to, I could break down how I made Luce's outfit. That was a fun one.
Cool.
And no one's said it.
Do it.
Do I even have that on my computer though? That's the problem.
Crouching in shoes.
Oh God. I don't know. Shoes? What the fuck? No.
All characters are barefoot.
Yeah. You want to look at more wrong schmando? Look at these.
Who are they?
Who are these people? Oh my God.
So funny.
I had to like back up all my shit so I do not have Luce saved on my computer. If I open my internet browser, will it open on the right screen? Yes. Not pulling a Jacob today. Yeah. You don't get to see.
Yeah. I can also just put up a hold screen if you would like me to, Karina.
No.
Okay.
I got this.
Okay.
I just have to fucking open my Tumblr. Here he is.
There he is.
This was a really fun outfit to design.
Yeah.
Because it's very intentionally sexy.
Yeah, it's a lot of real form fitting, but then like a few.
Yeah. Well, it's not about form fitting. It was fun to read. It's fun to like look at the comments on this video because your character is like objectively more naked than mine.
Yeah.
But it's about framing, my dudes. Oh. And this is why I say the cuts are important when you're designing your character's outfit.
There you go.
Because, you know, this is covered. We're not that's nothing left to the imagination. But the way that the clothing is cut, it highlights this area and it highlights these areas, which are very spicy areas.
Yeah.
So and also like the torse.
Yeah.
So that's why the clothing is cut the way it is, to just like highlight these very how you say sensual areas. And Jacob did do a good point in his draw class where he was pointing out how it's very like triangular. Yeah, that was on purpose. But yeah, that's what makes this one so. Also these, honestly.
Yeah,
it's hitting all of the really erotic zones. You got the cleave, you got the tum, you got whatever these are, and you got that like nice thigh high area. So that's why the design is the way it is, because it's supposed to highlight these areas, while still not giving away too much.
The prompt was just revealing clothing, right? Yeah, and so we all interpret it like, I was just like, okay, not gonna not gonna cover very much at all. Do just follow the Arnold Schwarzenegger Conan outfit and give him a big sort of open cloak. But you're right. Yeah. Like the framing, yours is more covered, but it's sexier.
Yeah.
Because it's directing your eyes to the specific parts.
It's highlighting parts, and that way it's like more revealing. So that's why I did that the way I did.
And the placement of the little gem things also lead the eye down.
Yeah. It's going hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything else about this is very arbitrary. I said this before, but the cape was because I didn't want to draw this art. and it's blue.
Yeah,
it's blue because his skin is like a very orange shade, as is his hair, so that's just to offset that as well.
You can always use a cape strategically in character design.
But yeah,
that was something that Ross Draws talked about also.
And I was like, I do that too, buddy. Check this guy out. Yeah. You don't need to see the arm. You get to see everything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was the design behind this. Cause yeah, I wanted it to be revealing, but not in the way you think about.
Exactly.
It's subtly revealing. But yeah, that's my guy. Okay. That was my other thing. That's as far as I got with my preparation. Otherwise, it's just gestures and wrong schmando.
Well, we've got like between 10 and 15 minutes left. Any other questions?
Yeah. Anyone else got anything?
Just a lot of people complimenting the outfit so far.
Thank you. I really liked this design.
It was a good design.
I was really happy with it. The little peekaboo nipples kill me every time. Yeah, that was also on purpose.
They're just peeking out.
Yeah. They're not fully there, but they're there enough that it's like, ooh, should I be seeing this?
Exactly.
It's horny by design. It's what I'm good at.
Wrong schmando can't hurt you. Wrong
you
schmando.
Fool, idiot. It's not that weird. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
My rules for schmando is that Nando wears really loose clothing, whereas and it's like baggy and comfortable and kind of dumpy, whereas Schmidt is like very tailored and he wears a lot of clothing that's cut at the waist.
It just like, it makes sense given who designed each of those characters originally.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, fun fact, the sort of premise when I was writing Hot Guy PI was that I did want to take like, you have an impression of what maybe they should be like based on their appearance and dress when we initially designed them, and just kind of like reverse it a little bit.
Right.
So that's fun. Sorry. But yeah, otherwise, shit, it's all this. I can work on my frickin' gestures.
This is a really good question. This is presented as, this is a stupid character design question, but if you had a character that secretes slime, what kind of fabric would their clothes be made of?
What's that one that like repels sweat? Wick away.
Yeah.
Ooh, or like plastic or like latex.
Latex.
Yeah.
Something that the slime can easily be wiped off of, probably. That wouldn't just get wet from it.
Yeah. I mean, I do have a character who secretes slime, but like
water resistant.
They live underwater, so it doesn't count.
Right.
I'm just gonna.
Right. That's. Oh man, that's we talk about that character in an upcoming episode.
Yeah.
That was a fun episode. I'm excited to watch that one back. He's becoming cat. Yeah. I just think if there's one lesson you take away from this draw class, it's to make all your characters into cat boys, because it'll just make it easier to draw the clothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can take away the cat ears
at the end. What should I have him wearing?
Ooh. Chat, what do people want? One last outfit for the road? Last 10 minutes?
I'll do as many as I can fit into the time.
We got 10 minutes left. What do y'all want to see?
There's a delay here. If no one says, I'm just going to start drawing a little turtleneck.
Do it.
Yeah, because they're...
Ooh, I see frills.
Ooh. Okay.
Lolita maid
Okay,
outfit.
Lolita. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna say Lolita because I'm not gonna.
Okay.
If in case I don't get the aesthetic right.
Okay.
My old roommate used to wear Lolita a lot, but I can't. I'm just always worried I'll get it wrong. I'll just do like a very frilly dress, and if it happens to resemble Lolita, then I win.
Yeah, and if
So,
not, then
yeah.
it's, that wasn't what you were doing.
Yeah, I never said I was doing that. No one said that.
No one said it.
I didn't want to give
Don't
him
play
a
back the tape. No one said it.
high collar, high collar,
Hi, Noller.
high noller. I'm stupid today. So because
Sorry,
like
Jamie.
there's the
Jamie said
body
chaps.
line.
Sorry,
So
Jamie. I
I'm
stopped
gonna
looking at
do-
chat right when you said chaps.
Yeah. So there's my volume lines.
And Lava Hot says toga. I guess that'll be a different, or I don't know. Maybe you can incorporate a toga into this. People are just saying stuff now.
Yeah, we get it. There was a delay.
There was a delay. There's always a bit of a delay, although there
Please
is
be nice to
an
Nathan.
excellent connection, according to YouTube's studios.
I'm just marking in some of the body lines so that I know where things are gonna hug.
Yeah, you can put them. Not. You can put them tubies on the torso as well. They were mostly doing them on arms and legs, but the tube, you can make your tube lines everywhere.
Yeah.
It really just helps 3Dify
so
your stuff. It gives it form, even though it's a trick. It's just lines. But all of a sudden, a bunch of lines going the same way become form.
Okay.
Who says a maid outfit can't have chaps? That's a good point.
Fair. Okay. Are we doing maid? We're doing something.
We're figuring it out. We've got a lot of options for you, and feel free to pick and choose as you see fit. It's your.
This will be.
You're driving the ship.
That's true. I can take this ship anywhere.
Yeah.
There's the arm.
The little cat paws are so funny. Beautiful, perfectly sculpted man body with these little beans.
Because with frills, those just kind of stick out. I love a good frill. Let's just kind of go, because those all are like puckering out. So
you're drawing you're drawing the fold lines first.
Yeah. Well, it's a good place to start.
Yeah.
It's very easy to just kind of like scribble in frills.
That's what I do, but it doesn't look as good as when you do it. So I'm learning.
I do it both ways. I've done it both ways. I'm gonna indicate the front real quick, just as like
this way seems more technical. It's gonna have a better effect.
Well, because what frills are is just it's like the nice frilly fabric, like so. But then they're all like so it's kind of puckered on one end. So then you just go like so.
Yeah.
Or if you're lazy, you can just use a brush that makes frills. I do have a bunch of those, but
it's beautiful.
It matches better if you just draw it.
Yeah. You have
for me at least.
More room for customization when you're doing it yourself by hand.
Yeah. Don't they kind of look like give them a little heart buckle. Yeah. So that'll kind of be like that. Let's do a little fold over. Do some buttons. Then it's like, so there'll be a little bit of puckering here. And then boom, bazinga. Because then it's gonna go let's have it kind of cinch at the waist. So there'll be even more, which means there'll actually be a bit of yeah. I feel like a lot of dresses, they can have seams that just kind of follow along. You know, if it's sewn to kind of like cup the boob, they'll often have seams. So it's like a good place. It's a good reference.
Yeah.
It's good to just know these things. I'm not a weirdo. No. Yeah, like look, doesn't that help? Doesn't that help you?
It's helpful.
He's wearing this over like a turtleneck.
Yeah.
Because I said so. It's called fashion sweaty.
Yeah, it's your drawing. You can
yeah
put as many different clothing items layered as you want.
No, this is how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
I know about fashion, kind of. Yeah, because if it's a turtleneck, then if it's like a knit turtleneck, then it's going to be tight. So it's going to be nice and tight around the arms.
Yeah.
It's got big arms. So, because there's your little seam. Technically, it would go down here because it'll suck into that armpit as they do. And then, instead of doing that,
this is delightful.
Like that. And then I'm just gonna skip down here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get the idea. You get the idea.
Yeah, I mean that's good. You're like bounding it, you know? You like did the top and the bottom, and then that's
it's one of those sweaters that's like it loosens up a bit around the wrist. Everyone's arms are shaped different.
Yeah.
And then skirt. So say this is where we go into the skirt. So we're just gonna clean this up a bit and then do the same shit we did before. We're gonna add in some pleats.
Oh baby, let's go.
Yeah. And what am I doing? So, yeah.
Remember to ask yourself that when drawing. That's just good art advice.
These big poofy skirts are really fun because they got lots of layers. They're very bell shaped.
Yeah, like a bell.
Nope, I'm not on my eraser tool. So it will be like that. Kind of there, and then you just do that. So it's kind of umbrella-y, and then boom.
This cat can dress.
Hell yeah. And then it's just the same. That's a pencil. Same shit.
We're gonna get some frills on the bottom.
Yeah, very important. Important thing to have. I always forget what a freaking petticoat looks like, so we're just making it up.
Yeah. But again, you're thinking about the form, you're thinking about the material, and you're thinking about the I guess those two things. The form, the material, and the pose. We're
just gonna pretend that this is kind of what a petticoat looks like. It's just very frou-frou.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you see a hint of leg. Wait, where does the leg go? The leg's kind of coming at us. It's a little foreshortened, so.
Yeah.
Do that.
There they are.
Yeah. And we're gonna have some cute little socks. Some shit. It is cute. Oh my god, it's 5. I just wanted to do real quick that if you wanted to add a nice little coordination pattern to this, as they often have, you would just follow this, rather than the shape of the body, the shape of this skirt. Since it's very shapey, it's got that umbrella shape. You just go Doot,
Doot.
doot. It has its own planes now. So doot, 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 doot. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do some shit. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He's having a great day. Yum.
Perfect.
I hope this was helpful.
It was helpful to me.
Really?
I assume it'll be helpful to others as well.
Yeah.
I think it's just it's very useful to see process, because again, you're just putting lines down. You're just putting the lines down. You know, yours it's very practiced, like you can tell, like you have very good line quality and like you know what you're doing, but you got to start somewhere, and studying other artists and looking at poses and seeing the way the clothes fall on them is how you're gonna improve.
When in doubt, just throw some like fabric under a lamp and do some studies.
Yeah.
Yay.
Hell yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. Thanks again for everyone who watched live, for supporting us at the learner tier. If you're watching later and you think, hey, you know, maybe I'd like to watch it live one time, we'd sure appreciate the support. But as always, we appreciate any support, even if it's just views. Those are good too, because we just want to encourage people to try drawing.
Yeah.
Improve your stuff. You can always
drawing is fun.
You can always get in there and try it.
Yes.
And like that.
But yeah, let us know if there's any other topics people are interested in. We're always grasping for more.
Yes. Yeah, let us know.
Yeah. And check out our other draw classes, because
they're all available.
We're building up quite a few at this point. So.
Yeah, we've got it's one per month, and we've been going for
a while.
We've been going for.
Yeah. I hope that was helpful and informative. Everyone draw a cat person and put it in the draw class chat.
Yeah. Draw your characters in some fun outfits. Give it a try.
Give it a try.
We're sorry.
We're sorry.
Bye-bye.